Hi! As is tradition on my channel, it is time to look at some of the upcoming book to movie adaptations, just in case you'd like to read the book before you see the film. I've actually been slacking a little bit this year. I usually put these up at the beginning of the year and it is now March. There weren't that many book to movie adaptations out in the first quarter of 2017, and a couple of the ones that were out in that time I've actually already discussed on my channel, so I feel like I've covered most of them. But in this video I'm going to talk about the book to movie adaptations that are coming out between now and about like June of 2017. When you actually keep track of it, it is insane to see how quickly these dates change. If I make a list in 1 month and then I want to film the video the next month, half of the films will have moved by about 6 months, which I'm basically finding out as I'm recording this video. First of all, there is the Handmaid's Tale, which is actually a TV series which is going to be on in April in the US. Don't know when it will make it to the UK, but I guess we'll see. The Handmaid's Tale is one that's being discussed a lot at the moment, together with 1984, just because of the things that seem to be happening in society and in the government at the moment. I have this beautiful Everyman's Library edition. I have actually never read The Handmaid's Tale, and I think this is one that would be entirely up my street. I love dystopian novels, and I think I've read 1 or 2 young adult books that were sort of spin-offs of The Handmaid's Tale. I think there's already a short trailer out for this TV show, and it is starring Elizabeth Moss and Alexis Bledel, and also Joseph Fiennes, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Samira Wiley, who was in Orange is the New Black. This is set in a sort of controlled society where certain women are made to have babies for richer couples. This is one that's been really high up on my to-read list, so definitely want to get around to reading this before the TV show comes out. And then next up there is The Circle, which is coming out April 28th in the US. It doesn't seem to be a UK release date yet, but maybe it'll be at the same time. This is based on a book by Dave Eggers, and it looks like he's also doing the screenplay. The trailer for this one is actually out if you want to have a look, and this is what the book cover looks like. I don't have a copy of it myself yet. This film is starring Emma Watson, Tom Hanks, Karen Gillan. It is about this company that is pretty much if like Apple and Google were to merge, and they have like so much control. Emma Watson's character lands a job there, and it seems like it's this perfect job, but slowly she sort of gets sucked into it. I'm thinking this is probably a good one to watch if you love Black Mirror. Next up there is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is a young adult book, and the film for this is going to be out on May 17th. The main actress in this is Amandla Stenberg. That name might sound familiar because she played Rue in The Hunger Games. I don't know if you guys have been following her, but she's actually become this amazing activist, and I think she's actually going to be in like quite a few, I think a lot of YA adaptations in the upcoming year. The story of Everything Everything is basically about a girl that has to stay in her house because she is allergic to everything, and what happens when she meets the boy next door, Ollie. The trailer for this is out if you want to have a look. I have been told that the trailer reveals quite a lot of the book, so if you want to be unspoiled, maybe like watch the first half of the trailer, but this is one that I'm 100% going to read before the film comes out, because I have read Nicola Yoon's other book, The Sun Is Also a Star, and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to check this out. Then next there is one that I have like a couple of mixed feelings about, but I'm quite excited as well. It's coming out on May 5th. It is The Dinner. It is based on the Dutch book Het Diner, or The Dinner, by Herman Koch, which I've actually listened to an audiobook in Dutch, have yet to read in the English translation. The film is starring Richard Gere, Laura Linney, Steve Coogan, and Rebecca Hall. Those are the actors at the top of the IMDb list. I'm not entirely sure who plays who. The book is pretty much kind of like a thriller, I guess if you like The Girl on the Train, something like that. After watching the trailer, which looks a little bit old-fashioned, I'd probably say read the book before you see the film. I think I'd recommend that because there's lots of twists and turns. It's about 2 couples that meet to go for dinner. The whole book takes place over the dinner, so it has like main course, dessert, and you sort of find out what is going on throughout that dinner. I really enjoyed the book, so I would recommend it. I'm not sure how I feel about the film after seeing the trailer. Then there's 2 wild cards that I'm not really going to discuss, but wanted to throw out there that were originally planned in for this part of the year, but it looks like they've moved to the end of the year, and that is Tulip Fever and Wonder. I'm not going to discuss them in depth this time, but they're 2 films and books that I'm quite interested in. Just in case you thought they were coming out soon, now you know that they're probably going to come out a little bit later. Alright, that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this little sneak preview of some books that are being turned into films and TV shows in the first half of this year. If I've missed out any that you're excited about, let me know in the comments, and let me know if there's any of these books that you're planning on reading before seeing the film. And I'll talk to you guys later. Doei!